So did your like uncle and dad and stuff teach you how to rap and like put you in a studio?
They put me in the studio. Shit, they wrote hooks for me and made me rap the hook, like that type of shit. So like, I can say I was spectating, but like I dabbled in it early to like kind of have like a silver lining or like a skeleton for like today's term that I can remember. But like as far as teaching me music, nah, that's some shit I learned on my own, especially when I like got to Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
So like, nah, I wouldn't say they taught me like they taught me indirectly. Yeah,
Yeah.
put
I
it that
mean,
way.
like you said, they're like making you sing hooks and stuff. That's not
Right.
really what you're doing now necessarily. So like you
No.
obviously, kind of watch what they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
learn from them, and then ran with your own style.
Easily.
Yeah. How do you feel like you developed your style?
Um, Shit, putting them $1,000,000 in, bro. Shit. I primarily my life is primarily based in creativity. You know, like I paint, sculpt, poems, all that type of shit. So like music was like the next phase in my creative processes. Everything else kind of didn't really stick, and music it stuck most because it was always around in my life. So you know, it's just been that type of thing.
So when it comes to your like your style, cause like you said, you moved to Charleston, but your style is different from the majority of rappers in the city. So like, how do you go about like how did you went about making your style the way it is and it's unique in the way
Um,
compared to everybody else?
I mean, it's not even something that I was conscious about. This is just how I felt. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so this just always been like my reference points, all that type of shit. This just always been me.
Right.
So
Because it's
shit,
different from everybody else. Like they got like more of a trap and
yeah,
drill type of style, but yours is really just you. Like can't no one else in the city say he sound like me or vice versa. Like
yeah. I mean, it's like a pro and a con because like you stick out, you know, and that like birth like I guess like jokes or like shit like that. Like, it birth people like, well, he don't sound like he from here, so that type of thing. But then some people be like, well, he don't sound like he from here. It's just like a double edged sword. I guess.
how do you like take that? Because it'd be a lot of he ain't from Charleston, but you got a buzz in the city, so it's like some people be feeling some kind of way because like, oh, he ain't from Charleston, but he wanted y'all put him on a pedestal, like so like how do you be taking
That shit on them. I don't think that shit no type of way.
right?
I ain't gonna lie. Like it don't affect nothing. You know? It's not gonna stop me from being me. It ain't gonna stop me from being distinctive in music. It's not gonna stop me from nothing. It's just something they should have just say and then move on from. You know, it take a song being played, just
Right.
one song. And
Pretty much.
You talked about, using music as like an outlet and, kind of rapping because you have these life experiences now. You want to speak a little bit on, the themes in your music and, how your life experiences kind of correlate with those themes?
Right. So primarily in life, I've been the runt in age and size. You know, so you grow up kind of reactive, just so you like don't let people play with you, a
Right,
certain
yeah.
way. And I feel like a lot of my music is just based in defense. Don't do nothing to me, I won't do nothing to you. You know, I've never started a fight. I've always finished them bitches. That type of shit. So like, I mean, it's just defense. That's it. That's like the overall umbrella of the things I could say or the things I do, and then double entendres, references, bars, like metaphors, and all that type of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, your image does a really good job like encapsulating everything as far as like the themes and like you said like defense and stuff.
Right.
And then even like in your delivery and in like the visuals on your music videos and stuff, it
Right.
gives like a kind of like a grimy, authentic, like
Dirty.
real life like experience. You want to talk a little bit about like how that image kind of came about?
So I grew. So again, my family has always been in music, and when they weren't doing it, they was exposing me to music. So like, I was exposed to like local rappers in the city who they dropping unmixed songs and like you feel me, and having that love for that type of environment or just being in a piece of that environment, kind of like it just my taste buds been forward ever since then. So I kind of like it's the way my music sound. Ironically, even though it's distinctive and it's only like I guess it's geared towards what Crucialbgr is or my thought process, it's really native to what I grew up to. You know, like just the grittiness of like the beats or like the drums, hi-hats, like how the rasp in my voice, my cadences, how I stack the lyrics, like that type of thing. I grew up on all that shit, and I just kind of like embodied it. That's it.
And I feel like too, it gives listeners a way to feel more, you know, and like kind of like understand you
Right.
and see themselves in you when you're talking about, like, I feel like I have kind of like experienced things with you, even though I've never experienced those things. And if I did experience those things, it's like, man, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. And like, you have this sort of like anger, I guess, in like your delivery. And like, I just think it's really cool to see. And like me and Lombardi talked about too, how your lyrics mean so much. It's not just like, I'm talking about selling drugs and guns and this and that. Like, you're talking about real life stuff, and you know, it holds weight.
Yeah. I mean, like, I appreciate you, but to piggyback off what you said, it's like, I can't really make music that's based in something that I don't be doing, you know? Like,
Absolutely.
I can't, like that's where my best music come from, going through real shit and then being able to make it rhyme, that type of thing. So, like, I mean, I just now started peeping that people are, like, gravitating towards those experiences, like, you know? And I kind of, like, focused in on it more with, like, the music I'm making now and, like, you know what I'm saying, the songs that we got, you know?
You're a different breed because everybody, not just in South Carolina, but like they'll go with what's hot and they'll run with it until it's burnt out, and then they're trying to find the next wave. But like ever since I started, like, you know, promoting you and following you, it's like you always stayed the same like person and the same style without all these changes that's going on, like the Detroit to Memphis, or, you know, the early drill and stuff like that. But you always just been unique, and you never really switched your style up to like go with what's going on.
My importance, like, towards music, it lies in my inspirations, or the people who, like, haven't looked away. It lies in making those people happy, which is just the people who introduced me to music, you know? So as long as my people's, like, my uncles and them, like, as long as they send me shit like they fuck with my shit, I don't care how nobody else feels. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't really matter. It don't. Somebody gonna like it, somebody gonna love it. Both people played it.
Right, exactly.
Right, good point.
They could just skip past, like, I don't even want to hear this shit, but they still like, let me listen and then give my response. So that's always a good thing in my eyes. So